Hi guys and welcome to Gary G Reviews. So first, a little update. I'm sorry that I haven't, been around these days, but I just have a cold and I still do. So I'm recovering from that. So sorry if I don't look so good, but I'm super tired and you know how cold is? I don't have to explain that to you. But I was feeling kind of inspired to make this video talking about how I am losing weight. Finally! So I just want to talk to you about what I went through, so maybe that could help you, because I'm not one of those people that can lose weight very, very easily. If anything, I'm one of those people that can't lose weight because first, I don't have any hormonal problems. Of any kind, thank God, knock on wood, how many people would say. But because my weight is in a healthy range, I'm not underweight, I'm not overweight. I'm kind of, in a state where it's very hard to lose weight because my body thinks that it's healthy to be in my proportions, basically, because it is. I mean, I'm in normal everything, and it doesn't want to lose weight because also I'm a female, and the female body always thinks about making kids. So for the body it's awesome, everything that I have, ratios of fat and muscle and all that, it's awesome and it's great for having babies. So basically the body doesn't want me to lose weight. So what the hell am I gonna do? I have to explain a little bit of my experience here, because it's very important to know, for you to know my experience, and it's a really like a long one, so I'm going to try to make everything shorter. First, I started to gain a little bit of weight when I was 14, and that was just because it was spring break from school. I was just like lazy. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to watch TV and so on. And I just started to eat popcorn, McDonald's, because back then no one cared, and actually no one was aware that McDonald's was actually one of the most unhealthy things you can eat, and so on. And I gained a little bit of weight, and then it hit me. I was, oh my god, I'm doing terrible things to my body, I have to do something about it. So I tried working out. I worked out a lot, and from the beginning, since I never worked out before, except in school, but that really doesn't count much. My body didn't show any progress at the beginning, but then it started to show progress finally. Then after like I don't know how many months, I quit. I stopped working out, and once I lost the weight, I was like, whatever. And through the years, I was working out, not working out, working out, not working out. I'm finally now on the track that I want to be. I don't want to say any big words, and I don't want to, jump into the end of the story. I mean that I finally found a way to maintain this. At least working out, and I'm going to talk about the food as well. I have to skip like maybe 3 years ago. I reached my most skinny state, and it was awesome for me. But I reached that through eating almost nothing. I was on Dr. Peter Dunov. He was a Bulgarian doctor, and not only doctor, he was a lot more than that, but his diet is only for cleansing. It's not like something that you can sustain. And I did that I think for maybe 2 or 3 months. I'm not sure. Maybe 2 months. And that is eating grain with honey, with some other things. I mean, apple, eating a walnut. And basically that was it. So I was eating like this much of grain with 1 apple, a little bit honey, and a little bit of walnuts. And that was 3 times a day. And I lost weight super fast. I was like, phew, like so skinny, so fast. and I was so happy. For the first time, I liked myself. I mean, other people liked me, but I didn't like myself most of the time. So the first time, I was like, yeah, finally I look like what I imagined I have to look like. But of course, what the hell happened? I felt like crazy, at the end of it. When I saw a bowl of spaghetti, pizza, cake, you name it. Whatever it is that is not like grass, it doesn't taste like grass or something. I was going crazy. I wanted to eat that right away. I was like a junkie or something, but for food. So the effect was terrible for me because I was like, oh my god, give me, I want to eat it. Oh no, but I don't, I have to stop myself. Oh no, I have to eat it. Oh damn. And that was just terrible. And of course, I started eating normally and I gained all the previous weight. Not to that extent. I was still skinny for some time, but you know, I became a little bit more normal because everybody to that point were telling me, Gary, please eat something. Like, eat something. Look at your wrist. And I'm like, what? I look awesome. You know, for me it was awesome. So, yeah. Oh boy, I miss, you know, being so skinny. But also, I reached the point where I was like looking myself in the mirror, and I never, you know, like those supermodels on the podiums, that type of skinny, but I was still too skinny for myself. And I was like, I'm not sure I'm looking so feminine. I mean, I'm like too skinny. I never used to look at myself this way. It was kind of weird in a way. So, kind of mixed feelings. And then, through the course of time, like took a lot of time, but I managed to gain weight. So, some months ago, one day just my mom was like, Gary, you gain weight. And I was like, what? What? Because all the clothes that I wear, everyone was fitting, and I was like, where the heck? But it was obvious actually. I mean, only one jeans that I couldn't get into. I mean, I got into them, but it was like this far from, you know, managed to actually pull the zipper and button them up. So I obviously was at least 2 or 3 centimeters more fat than I was before. So I was like, what the hell? And I did. Through that period of time, my skinny and, you know, getting fatter period, I did like worked out, but not so frequently. And the thing that made me fat, actually, fat is a strong word, but the thing that made me gain weight was the fact that I was going, you know, home from work and then eating like normally. Like I would eat like in 2 o'clock, like spaghetti, pizza, a burger. You know, I can throw in some salad because I always try to eat healthy. And those foods like pizza, spaghetti, and burgers, that wasn't every day. I was only eating one burger with a little bit of rice, for instance. Sometimes I allowed myself maybe a waffle, which was also the worst idea ever, and, you know, pizza. And without knowing it, I gained weight. For a couple of months, not couple, at least 3, 4, I gained weight. And I was super surprised and shocked, disgusted of myself. I was like, what the hell? When did this happen? I mean, wow, I did work out, and I thought that if I'm working out, that is going to be enough, and I can eat everything. Because there was also a period after my 14 years when I first started working out that I was working out like 2 hours every day, like crazy every day, 2 hours, like a crazy person. And I did have results. I was super strong also. I picked up guys and put them on my shoulders. but that's another story. And then I didn't gain any weight. I was only losing weight and I looked great. So I thought that if I worked out at night, but a lot less, not 2 hours, it's not even that intensive or anything, that is going to be enough, but it was not. It was not, because it was not every day, and because you should not eat like a full meal, especially spaghetti and pizza and all those things late at night. So that was my bigger and biggest mistake. So one day, my mom realized that she lost 10 kilograms. Now she's even lighter, I think maybe 12 or 13 kilograms. She became skinnier than me. Of course, she doesn't have so many muscles and muscle development as me, because I do have that, but she became a lot more skinnier, and jeans that I couldn't fit into, she could. And that was crazy. I mean, everyone thinks that when you get older you can lose weight, but that's totally not true. I mean, if your hormones are good, if you don't have some kind of a disease that is connected to the hormones, you should be good to go. And so she did it. She didn't believe it herself, but she did it. And I started to do the same thing as she did. But before that, I just have to tell you, just like quick, the next mistake that I made. I tried different programs. I tried different ways of eating. And one of the most disastrous programs that I ever tried, that kind of messed up my whole body, messed up my stomach. To this day, I cannot fully fix it yet. Is the Cena program. I think it was 90 days or 30 days, I forget, for losing weight. That program is expensive as well, of course. And I'm a fan of Cena. I love him. He's a businessman. He's a great guy. He's so many things that I love. Of course, many people don't love him, so please don't start in the comment section with Cena sucks or anything like that, because you can't change my opinion. I like him since I was a kid, and I will continue liking him, so you can't change that, sorry. But anyway, that program of Cena was the worst thing, one of the worstest things that ever happened to me, health-wise. Maybe other people have results, but that is not for me, and I'm assuming that is not for most people. Because for 6 days, you can eat beans, eggs, not milk, no dairy, nuts. You can eat brown rice, beans, mostly protein foods, potatoes. No, I don't think you can eat potatoes, vegetables as much as possible, and so on. Mostly healthy foods. And you can use olive oil. You can eat all that you want from these foods without counting calories. And on the 7th day is a cheat day. The day in which you can eat whatever you like. Cake, pie, I mean, you name it. Beverages with sugar in them, you name it. Whatever you like, as much as you like. And so what happened? I cooked some of his things that he proposed, like American chili. I actually didn't buy the program. I just watched some of the videos that were free. I tried the program for free for a day or two. I forget how many days they allowed. I cooked that chili. It was awesome. And I continued, I think, for a month and a half on the program. And I'm sorry guys, it's very hard for me to speak. My throat is irritated and my nose, it's terrible. So on the 7th day I ate whatever I liked, and once again the same effect. I was turned into a junkie. I wanted to eat whatever I like the whole time, and when the 7th day come, I was going crazy eating whatever I like. And the end result was that I was not losing weight, I was gaining weight, because I was making like shakes with bananas, and he said that I can use almond milk or whatever milk that was, I don't remember. Because I was drinking that on an empty stomach, I was getting really sick. Maybe that was kind of my fault actually, but the point is, that this program made me crazy, made me hungry, and it just made me go nuts and gain weight. So basically it didn't work for me in any way, shape or form, and mixed up everything in my body, and it took like maybe 1 year or year and a half to fix myself. And then I decided I have to start what my mom is doing, which finally it is the fact that you can eat whatever you like during the day. Of course, not whatever, but I'm going to explain. And when 6 or 7 o'clock passes, like 8 is the deadline, you can't eat nothing substantial, only salads, maybe 2 boiled eggs, but that's it. Or you can eat like half of something, half a full meal, but it has to be as early as possible, like 7, 6, like half, like this much. And the thing is that you're fasting for 13-14 hours, depending on when you're going to eat in the morning. I'm eating in like 11, just how my schedule is. So I'm fasting for a lot of hours. I'm not putting any food in my body for a lot of hours. And of course I'm drinking water, tea. I'm drinking herb tea because I just like to keep my immunity high as possible and in the best shape possible. I'm not usually getting sick. Maybe I'm getting sick once a year. It's just the cold, it's not the virus. And I don't even have a fever or anything, but it's just very bad between the nose and the throat. Also fixing myself with some silver water and other stuff that I have to talk about that. Separate video. I'm almost not using any pills, like 1 pill and vitamin C basically. And along that time I'm exercising almost every day. I skip a day when I'm not feeling well. Yesterday I worked out. The day before I was feeling very, very bad and I didn't work out. But today I will work out again. So I don't want to skip more than a day. So I'm basically working out, you can say 4 or 5 times a week now. So basically when I want to eat something during the day that I'm not supposed to be eating, the key is in how much. When I'm craving something during the day, like a muffin, because there are like these huge muffins here, like chocolate, very cool, this small, and I ate like 3 or 4 today, like this small, because I really wanted them too. They went great with my coffee, but in the same time I did 10,000 steps today. Just let me show you if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that. And I no longer count my calories because that is what I did before. I counted my calories, and you can do that at the beginning, but after that you basically start to know everything and how many calories is this meal and this, and you know because you log them so many times in your MyFitnessPal program. I'm recommending this, by the way. It's a very, very good program. I also started drinking protein. I buy like organic, all natural protein from pea, just because I tried whey protein, but because of it's extracted from milk sources, it's not good for my stomach. So I tried brown rice protein, and now pea protein for now is the best, and it's unflavored, so I just put a little bit of stevia in it. Sometimes I put a banana in it, an apple, goji berry, if you know what that is, and yeah, 2 little pills of stevia, which is the best sweetener you can have. It's 0 calories, and it's completely harmless to your body, not like aspartame or Exiofam or whatever that is. I'm not sure that I'm telling you the right English words for that, but yeah. So the key is, guys, that if you're craving something during the day, better eat it. Not a lot of not like huge amounts of it, but eat a little bit, and then try to be satisfied with that. If you're not, eat a little bit more, but not go like all crazy on that. And then try not to think about food. I don't have that problem really, but like today I just crave little things sometimes, not even every week. Sometimes I can go like 2 or 3 weeks without eating chocolate, without even thinking of it, without anything like that. So sometimes I could just go without eating anything sweet even. And I just don't feel the need to it. But when I feel the need to it, I can just buy those things, eat them up, and then go home, eat a salad. If I'm still hungry, I can drink some tea afterwards. Or I could just wait, because sometimes you're eating, you're not feeling full. But the reality is that you have to try to eat less and then stop and feel like for 20 minutes if you're actually full, because sometimes it takes like 20 minutes for the brain to tell to your stomach that you don't need to eat anymore. So that's also something to consider. But basically, guys, if you want to eat something like a muffin, a pancake, whatever it is during the day, just eat a little bit of that, or eat a whole pancake. And then when it comes to that time of night after 7 o'clock, just eat a salad and 2 boiled eggs if you must. Or maybe drink a protein shake if you must. Without a banana, by the way. No bananas at night. Better not. Only apples. So don't eat too much fruit also. During the day, yes, you can. During the night, better not. They also contain a lot of, fruit sugar. And I did gain a little bit of weight before that from some other fruits that I was eating like crazy. Still not exercising enough. So the thing is, count your calories at the beginning. Download an app like MyFitnessPal and enter all your foods during the day, and you can see how many calories you consume, and you'll be like astonished. You'll be like, oh my goodness, that's why I'm fat, because I'm eating so many stuff that I'm not supposed to be eating. And this small thing, this little croissant, for instance, has so many calories. Like 40% of my calories for the day. They really do. So do that from the beginning. If you like, you can buy like VivoFit 2, like the one that I have, or any other bracelet that can count your calories, your steps. It can determine goals for you during the day, how many steps you should, walk and so on. So it's very, very useful. Eventually you will get used to everything and know how many calories you're eating, so you don't really need the app anymore after a time, but do it in the beginning so you realize what the hell you're eating and how many calories you're putting into your body, how many carbs you're eating, how many proteins you're eating. If you have a protein deficiency, that is also very, very important. I began to have like very good muscle gains when I started taking protein, because I can't eat the enough amount of protein for the day. I can, but I have to spend even more money and eat like more eggs, more cottage cheese, or stuff that contains protein, but they also contain other stuff that I don't really need all the time. So protein shake is just convenience, and if it's pure as possible and natural as possible, you can have protein right away, as much as you need. Since I'm a girl, I can take only one, and with one, like a box that is like almost 500 grams, I can last for 14 days, which for me is almost cheap. So if you're a guy, you at least need 2. If you like to see gains, if you're training. And protein can also make you like feel fuller, so you don't actually buy those muffins, which today I couldn't achieve because I really wanted just a little bit muffins with my coffee. But that is going to be only for today. Tomorrow I maybe not care, maybe less hungry. Who the hell knows? The point is, don't eat after 8 o'clock, or if you eat just a salad and you eat it as fast as possible, not past 8 o'clock, but before 8 o'clock as much as possible. You can put a little bit of oil there, you can put a little bit of salt there, just a little tiny bit of salt. I'm using Himalayan salt. that is a lot more healthy than other type of salt, and I'm using just a little bit of it. I'm only cooking with coconut oil, and the other oil I just use it on the salad. So I never cook anything unless it's coconut oil, because it has the biggest temperature resistance and it's not unhealthy. Yeah, but I'm not, frying or cooking anything at night. Yeah, I'm cooking at night, but I'm not eating that. I'm cooking like for the next day if I have to cook, for instance. So basically that is, guys, exercise as much as possible. The more muscles you have, the more calories you're going to burn, the more healthy you're going to become. For the guys, you have to be patient, making gains. I have to be patient as well. For me, at least, I discovered that I have to train more frequently, my arms and everything, because I don't have testosterone, the hormone that keeps my muscles sustainable and growing. So I have to train more frequently in order to have more effect, and I do. So at least for me, that is the one solution that I found. I train the whole body and not a certain body part. Cardio is something that you have to do every day, at least 20-25 minutes of cardio, but not so intense. Like the middle intense cardio is fine, especially if you do it at night. It's not good if you're overdo it, because your heart is going to be pounding, and when you go to bed you maybe will experience some problems with sleeping, so that's not good. Just if you train late like me, because of my work schedule, just don't do it that intense, but train your whole body, because every muscle needs attention, at least in my experience, especially if you are a girl and a guy. Cardio every day. If you want to see those muscles, you have to do cardio. And like I said, not that intense. It's not necessary to be that intense. Lower intensity cardio is also very effective. In some ways more effective than the super intense cardio. As long as you do cardio, it's fine. As long as you do it, just do it. If you don't work out fully, just do cardio for 20 minutes at least. Also, you won't lose muscle, so don't worry about that. So guys, basically that is how I am losing weight. It's very, very slow. Some days I am stopped looking like the scale anymore. Everybody can tell right away that I'm losing weight right now. So at least that is good. And then maybe after a month I'm going to look at the scale in the morning when I'm not, before I eat, because that then is more objective. Fully naked, I'm going to go on the scale and see how I am, maybe after a month. But the scale is not important. Important is that you see on yourself if you're losing weight in your face, in your whole body, and of course the belly is going to be the last place that you're going to lose weight. So don't be discouraged. That's the final thing that is going to be gone. That is for now on my tips on how to lose weight. Everything that I can cover in this video. If you're interested in that and my other knowledge on this, please let me know in the comments. I still haven't said everything that I know, so yeah, that's the basics that is going to help you. No program in the world is perfect, and you don't have to not eat your favorite things. You could just eat them every day, but just a little tiny bit of them. It's still better than stop eating everything that you like and just going like crazy. I will, however, recommend that you stop eating noodles at least. Those tiny little spaghetti, they are one of the worst things that you can ever imagine eating. Yeah, you can replace them with some healthier noodles that are made from some Japanese root. That is also a long topic, but konjac or something. I tried those yesterday and they were fine. But I will stay away from noodles as much as possible. Try to eat full grain. Try to find like spaghetti from spelt. That's the most healthy flour. That is from ancient wheat. So just look for those stuff. There's alternatives. They're not costing so much as you think. Because when you stop buying those unhealthy foods and you start buying a little bit of healthy foods, you will see that you're basically giving the same amount of money, because you stop buying Snickers every day and waffles and other stuff, and you just replace them with the healthier things. And of course you can eat those chocolate stuff, but just like I said, a little bit, and not every day. Like, try at least not every day. The most important thing is caloric deficit, like for the whole week. The Christmas days and the New Year's Eve, we eat a lot. I didn't eat that much, but I did eat at night because everyone eats, dinner time and all that. And it's past my time for eating, but I didn't gain weight because after those days passed, after those days of eating, I would take like 1 or 2 days a break. I would not eat that much or exercise more, not eat, drink tea and all that, to compensate. Because as I said, the most important thing is how many calories you eaten for a week, not for a day. So if you're still in a caloric deficit in the end of the week, that is good. So consistency, and try to eat everything with measure and not just like a pig, like oh my god. Some kind of a control is needed still, but at least you don't have a cheat day. You just try to eat healthy as possible, try to include vegetables, and eat a muffin or two from time to time at the earliest possible time at day, so you have enough time to burn those calories by the end of the day, by midnight, you can say. So if you eat muffins, pancakes, whatever it is, eat them as early as possible, or for breakfast, even better. You have all the carbs you need and protein. If what you have eaten has protein, your body is going to use that for energy and not put it on you, because you have the whole day in front of you, and those calories is going to be just used for energy and be gone. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Share this video, rate, comment and subscribe. Until next time with KDG reviews. Best games for the best prices on g2a.com and citykeys.com. If you like to subscribe, you can click the button to the right, and you can also check out my gaming channel, KDG Gaming.